Hi, I'm Chef Steve. Welcome to the Care Kitchen, where the main ingredient is kindness. This program is brought to you by Comfort Care and At Your Side. Comfort Care and At Your Side provides personal care for people throughout the United States and Canada. I'm here with our program in the Care Kitchen every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, featuring recipes from the Care Kitchen cookbook, as well as just having some fun cooking, being creative, and thinking about how to maximize the nutrition in the food that we're serving to the people that we're caring for, and also thinking about older adults and making the mealtime and the cooking a meaningful activity so that we can engage with the people in our care to make life just more fun. And cooking is one of the great ways that we can connect. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about planning meals with the thought of budget in mind, because food costs, of course, are rising. And so we want to do anything we can to maximize, yet still get great nutrition and make the cooking process simplified. And we can do that by a well-planned uh, diet for the week, meals for the week, and also thinking about how you're purchasing the food, how you're storing the food, how you're organizing it, and how you're keeping everything fresh. One of the things that really works well, and the concept of meal kits has been around now for a while, people getting deliveries of meal kits with small amounts of the ingredients and a recipe to put that together. Well, there's no reason why we can't do a DIY meal kit, do it yourself. So that's what we're going to do. And that way, too, we can have things that we can do simply, and you have them ready to go. And you have most of these kits that I'm going to show you are just ideas of things that you can have in a pantry, and some dishes that we've done in the past. So one of them that I've done, and it's a simple, is a tuna noodle casserole. So here, this would be a meal kit for that. We've got our elbow macaroni, we've got our peas, we got our cream of mushroom soup, and we got our tuna fish. And we have a little bit of cream. So some of the things that you have on hand to go with this, seasonings and various things of that nature. But this is the basic stuff, so you can organize your pantry, keep these things on hand, and then you can always whip that up with that very simple method. And it keeps inventorying what you have, your supplies, simple, and also allows you to really sort of relax, because you've got all those ingredients and you're going to make that dish. So it makes it much more organized and simplified. Another simple one is this. This is a vegetarian vegetable stew. Very simply, some canned vegetables, some various beans, and some tomato soup, and a packet of microwave rice that you can get. And these are all different varieties. So you can sort of customize these ideas to the person that you're cooking for, yourself, your family, whoever it is that you need to make sure is having good meals, nutritious meals that are simple to prepare. You have the ingredients on hand, and you have a plan in place to simplify everything. And that's the way to maximize how much food you have, so you have less waste. Therefore, you're going to maximize your budget that way. Today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite kits that I like to do. This is more of a fresh kit in terms of the foods, but I've got some. This is going to be what I'm calling Chicken and Gnocchi Florentine, which is basically, Florentine is anything that has spinach in it becomes Florentine. And I've got some ground chicken, and I've got some gnocchi here, and I've got some cream of chicken soup. So this is a very simple recipe. It is very delicious, and it really works well. So I'm going to start. I've got my skillet here. I'm just going to put some olive oil in my skillet. Get that going. Okay, so that olive oil is heating up. Our skillet is hot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my ground chicken. I've got ground chicken here, which is really a great way to go if you want to save some money using the ground meats. And I think they're very good. They really are good, and they're easy to eat, which is a very nice thing. So we want to do that. And we're going to get this going here in a second. Okay, we got our ground chicken in the pan. And that's a very nice ground chicken. It's lean and very good. We'll let that cook a little bit. And so we're cooking our ground chicken. And while this is cooking, I'm going to put some salt and pepper in. We'll salt and pepper. And we also have our garlic powder and onion powder in this little bowl here. So we're going to put that in. That's our seasoning. Okay, we're going to let that cook up a little bit. Start to brown up. Separate the meat as it cooks. And it smells great. You know, the beauty of these kind of dishes is that you make it up, you can store it, and you can have a couple of meals from it, and you can rotate these things. So you can have something in the freezer or the fridge, depending on when you're going to use it. And if you don't have a chance to make something, you know you've got something made that's delicious that you can heat up in the microwave real fast. But you've made it yourself rather than a prepared meal or something out of the box. So that's the great thing about this DIY concept of these meal kits. And we're going to let that continue to cook a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my gnocchi in. So gnocchi is a potato pasta, little dumplings, and they will cook in with this chicken. Put those in. And we'll let those cook a little bit. Separate them up. And as they warm up, start to cook, they'll fall apart. We'll let that cook a little bit. Okay, so we're continuing to cook our gnocchi and chicken in here so far. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of water in to help the cooking. So we got a little water in there. And we're just going to let that cook a little bit more, make sure that gnocchi gets cooked. And we're going to throw our spinach in. So we're just going to let this cook for another minute. And then the next ingredient will be our fresh spinach leaves. We'll put those in. And then we're going to put in our cream of chicken soup, a little bit of cream, and finish it all, make sure the salt and pepper's right, and that's the dish. And it's complete, very delicious, very dense in nutrition. We've got good protein, lean protein from the ground chicken. We've got our starch from the gnocchi, and it's made with potatoes, so we have the benefits of potato, including fiber, antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory properties that's given from all the good nutrition. And then we also have fresh spinach, our leafy greens, and those are tremendous nutritional powerhouse, our greens, and we're just about ready to put those in. Just going to let that cook just a little bit more. Just want to bring it down so that the water is kind of cooked out a little bit and our gnocchi gets cooked. Because we're almost finished with this dish. Just a few more minutes and it's complete. What I like too about these sort of one dish meal things is that it simplifies everything. You have that great nutrition, a delicious meal. It's easy to serve, easy to eat, and it just makes it very simple. Something like this with a little side of applesauce or a little bit of fruit or some other type of vegetable that you may like, or a little salad. completes the meal. Okay, so we've got this just about ready to go. Okay, we're going to put our spinach leaves in, and we'll let those wilt and cook in there. And when that cooks down, we'll be ready to add our soup. Okay, so I'm going to open up my cream of chicken soup. We'll get that ready to go in. These leaves are just about wilted into our dish. It's looking great. Smells wonderful. Now we'll get our sauce in there, which is basically what we're doing now. We're creating a sauce. And we'll dump that right in there. Make sure we get everything out of there. Okay. And of course, keep it clean as we go. And we'll just mix that in a little bit. And we're going to be putting a little bit of heavy cream in here, checking for salt and pepper, and that is the complete dish. A little heavy cream. Turn our heat down a little bit. And that is our dish, Chicken and Gnocchi Florentine. Now all we've got to do is let that just simmer a little bit more, and then we'll give it a taste. Check for salt and pepper, and we'll be good to go. It's a really, really nice meal, and you can see it's nice sauce that we created very simply, and it looks absolutely delicious. And I think we're just about ready to give it a taste. Let's give it a little taste. See what we have here. Okay. Looking forward to trying this because I always like this dish. I've made it many times and I like it every time, just like I had it the first time. Really good. Delicious. The texture of the gnocchi and that delicious chicken and the spinach. Got to take another bite. So good. Well, that is outstanding. Very simple. It's a simple concept. Put your meal kits together so that you know what you've got. Simplify your planning. Organize your pantry. Organize all of your storage. Know what you have on hand to minimize the waste. That's what it's all about in terms of watching your food cost. And also just making sure that we're getting everything out of the foods that we're purchasing. So I hope this helps today. And it's always a pleasure for me to be here. This program is brought to you by Comfort Karen at your side. Today we made a delicious chicken and gnocchi Florentine, and we showed you some meal kits that you can put together yourself. DIY meal kits to save money, to organize, maximize waste, and just have some fun cooking. And that's what it's all about. And we always say in the Care Kitchen, the main ingredient is kindness. I appreciate you spending time with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. We're here every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Thanks. Bye.